Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading for the first week in October. I cannot believe we are about to be in Scorpio season, or in Scorpio season. It is a time of deep reflection, getting rid of what no longer serves us. This is a huge letting go month. Lots and lots of my clients are starting new things and feeling amazing in new relationships and in new career ideas. Some of them are still at their job that they don't love, but they're slowly making these wonderful transitions and they're having these breakthroughs. Okay, let me pray. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please allow only the highest and whitest light messages to come through for my viewers and for myself. Please put your white light around them, over there, wherever they are. We are so grateful for you always showing up and always bringing us the highest. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. The proper way to do it, right? All right. Let's see what we have here. I am fresh out of bed. My eyes are not even awake yet. But I wanted to get this out there. I have a Reiki client coming in about an hour, so I cannot wait to give her that healing that she needs. So let's start with my deck. All right, Spirit, what is the energy for this week? I've been feeling, and I always share how I'm feeling because I tend to, we're all one, right? We're all the collective. We're all the same group. We're under the same sun, right? And we all have this energetic signature that somewhat matches each other. So when I feel something, it's likely that somebody out there is feeling it too. And the past 2 days, I've been waking up just feeling so calm and just so at peace with my life. I feel like something new is coming. It's almost like, when you're like, you have the idea of, you have the partner, it's a Sunday morning, you're making pancakes, it's raining outside, and you're finally at the job you love, you know what you're supposed to be doing in life, you have kids, whatever, and everything's just very peaceful. That's the feeling I have, even though I don't have those things, but I have everything I need right now for me in my life. And I think that's the energy that's coming for a lot of people who are finally leaving partnerships that don't serve them, where there isn't peace. And sometimes people mix that up. They think there's peace there, but it's not really peace because they're getting fulfilled in other areas of their life and they're coming home thinking they're peaceful. But if they were to stay in that house for a whole month straight and not go anywhere, how much peace would there be? That's the real test. That's how you know if a relationship is solid, is if you are growing together. You can be in silence and be in peace together, and there's no I wonder what they're thinking, or should I be doing more? There's no pressure. It's just freedom to be you, and you collaborate together, you create things together, you fix things together, you cook things together. And a healthy partnership, which is so funny, your higher love is on the way. It says, your higher love is on the way. You have done all the work. Sit back and receive now. So maybe the feeling and the sensation that I have in my body is that some of you out there are going to be getting knocks on your door. You're going to be getting text messages, emails, DMs of people finally being magnetically drawn back to their home. That person where you can just lay in bed with them and you don't have to talk and you can just look into their eyes and you just are the same. You're the same signature. You come from the same tree of life, and there's no trauma bond. There's no triggering because you've worked through that together. And when things are triggering, you talk about it. And it says, ask for a sign, be specific, then be grateful when it arrives. So maybe you might be asking, when is this coming? And I always say, don't ask that question because we don't really know, and we can't really ever truly know. Even if we got, send me 3 butterflies today, if it's coming this week, you get the 3 butterflies, but most likely it might, who knows? Maybe it would come. I don't want to jinx it, but I just don't believe that we should be trying to figure out when it's coming. I think we just appreciate right now and be thankful for today. Yeah, and knowing that it is coming, and it's going to enhance your life, but you're happy either way. That's the key. That's the peacefulness that I felt this morning. I know what it's like to be without love. I know what it's like to be with love. I know it's like to be without money. I know what it's like to be with money. And I am even either way. So that when it does flood in, and I've had that happen in the past, I don't fear losing it because I know that I'm okay without everything. It's like a lesson with detachment. As souls, we come here to learn lessons. And one of our biggest lessons is, can we be okay losing everything? And speaking of that, I'm saying so many prayers for everyone in Florida, in the States, who are enduring that hurricane. It's already coming up the East Coast. We're just getting a bunch of rain. And I woke up going, gosh, I'm so grateful that, my house isn't destroyed and cars aren't destroyed. I know some people who lost their homes and 3 cars, but they're all safe, but still, talk about losing everything and then having to start all over again. We have to be okay with trusting the universe has a bigger plan for us. Mother Earth is talking to us, right? That hurricane happened for a reason. There's some sort of purge going on. She's bringing up the shadow, the darkness, and she's cleansing out what no longer serves us. And of course, we get the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning in love. And there was like 10 other cards, so we're not going to take those. A new surge, hopefully the glare is not too bad, a new surge in love, this bowl, this cup of love with the heart in the center. It's pouring. You can see the light or the water. It's kind of like splashing out of the cup right here. It's overflowing. Your love with this person is going to be, my throat chakra's going crazy. It's going to be this higher love that you just have always dreamt of your whole life. And you're just like, wow, why am I so lucky? How did I get to experience this? How am I laying in bed or on the couch or cooking with this person and just feeling like you're everything I've ever wanted? And it's because you love yourself. You did the work on you. You spent all these years battling anxiety, battling depression, going through hard times, trying to figure out your path, trying to provide for yourself or your current family. And you made it. And we all make mistakes. We all have guilt. We all have shame, but that's part of the learning. Our soul chose to go through those mistakes so we could be better. And then we could forgive ourselves so that we could find compassion and forgiveness for other people. Wow, that was really good. So I just heard, we make decisions in the past to help grow our soul, but essentially it's helping us learn to have more compassion. Oh, I could cry. More compassion and forgiveness for other people on a journey, making, what they call poor decisions, but it's part of their life path. We can find forgiveness for them because we can look back and see, wow, I did that. So I'm going to forgive that person for doing this because I did something similar. And whether they're similar or not, our mission is to love one another. All humans. I'm not just talking about our family members. If somebody is triggering us, you have to remember everybody is an extension of you. So if somebody is in front of you and they're triggering you, you have to say, okay, what extension of me is in them? When did I used to be that way? Oh my gosh, I remember when I was 15, I used to say things like that. And now I have a 40-year-old woman in front of me saying the same thing. Let me show her some compassion because she has not learned her lessons yet to get her to a space to see herself and to have that self-awareness for why she's behaving the way she is. So everybody is an extension of us. So if I can look back at my younger self and forgive her, then I can forgive this woman sitting across from me, right? That is our mission, to find endless love for all human beings around us, to assist them on their journey. They might not be waking up. They might not be learning the lessons. You might have a mom or dad who is just driving you bonkers and they're treating you poorly. And you're like, what am I supposed to do with this, Michelle? What you do with it is you pretend as if they are 10 years old and they don't have the tools to behave the way you think that they should be behaving. And what would you say to a 10-year-old? You would not try to fix them. You would not try to like berate them. You would just hold space for them. You'd watch them have their tantrum, complain about their toy, complain about whatever it is. And you would say, it's okay. You're going to figure it out. Everything's going to be okay. In a few weeks, this isn't going to matter anymore. You would just console them in some way. Because yes, with kids, we can teach them lessons, but if they're not wanting to listen and learn, they're not going to learn. Same thing with adults. And adults are worse because we get set in our ways and we don't want to be told what to do. Kids don't either. That's why I always say, imagine these difficult people as 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, and just have compassion for them, because we're all looking to be heard, to be seen, to be loved. And that's essentially what's happening with this adult who's behaving like a child. They're just wanting to be heard. And sometimes we just listen. We say, universe, please do not let me absorb this energy right now. I'm going to leave this here. When I leave this conversation, I'm going to go home. I'm going to cleanse. I'm going to use my Palo Santo to cleanse my aura, and everything will be gravy. Okay. I don't even know how I got on that tangent. Maybe we're supposed to offer forgiveness for our partners and start to see how they're on their own journey too. And we can't elevate them. They have to elevate themselves, but we can do the work on us to elevate ourselves. All right, I'm getting a message to use the Hidden Truth Oracle. This is what your partner would want to say to you, this higher love. My throat chakra is getting a little raspy. Can you guys hear it? Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Somebody's missing you. And I just heard that your light is so bright that they can feel when you're happy, they can feel when you're sad, they can feel when you need them, when you're pulling on their energy. So here's a thing that I teach my clients. When we're soul tied, when we're connected to another human being, we can be out at a store and our partner could be at home, or maybe it's our child at home, and we just are in the store and we feel like, I gotta go home. I don't know why, but I have to go home. And you get in your car and it's like this overwhelming feeling, this pull, and we have to honor that. When you don't honor that pull, you are going against all universal law. Your body is telling you, you have to leave where you are and go home, and you have to honor that. That is the universe trying to get you to your highest, trying to get you to where you're going to be happiest, whether it's somebody needing your assistance, whether it's somebody needing a hug, whether it's your partner just really missing you. And it's like, another thing with soul tie is when you feel that magnetic pull, our bodies sometimes really need a hug from our person. It's like food for our soul. It can stop addictions. It can stop us from having physical ailments. When we are in love and we are connected to somebody, it is literally like food for our soul. And yes, we have to be okay on our own, but there is something there to be said about when two people, when higher love partnerships come together, people stop all addictions, people start to eat better, people start to attract more money, they start to bring in so much abundance, because this is what God had planned for you. And when God wants two people to be together, he will make you feel that magnetic pull, that I gotta see this person, I need to go there. And you have to honor it. You cannot go by society's pressures of, oh, I work with this person, or oh, I do this with this person, or I can't be with them for all these different reasons. This is your mission, to overcome those barriers and to not follow society's rules on what you should or shouldn't do. You follow your heart and you follow your body, and you go see that person and you hug them and you ask them what their needs are, and you say, do you need me today? I could feel you pulling on my energy. Is everything okay? How can I support you? And that's what's happening when they stay awake thinking about you. And you can feel them pulling on your energy. You can, I sometimes cry at night because I'm like, I can just feel the loss of not having my person, and it's intense. And I've been feeling that way my whole life. I am afraid to contact you. So I just heard too, if you guys have been feeling like that with like me, like you feel like your whole life you've been craving that partnership, that love, and it's from a healthy space. It's not from a space of I didn't get love from my parents, I didn't get love here. You know the difference between your wounding and you're craving love, or you really know that your other half or your other whole partner is in the world somewhere and you just haven't found them yet and you're just yearning for them. You can just feel what it would be like to lay in bed with them. You can feel what it would be like to have them in the car seat next to you. And for my whole life, I've always cried tears of just wondering who that person is and being like, God, when are you going to bring them to me? Is it going to happen? Am I going to have that person? And then after my daughter passed away, I would do the same kind of cry for her. So I was like, what if she was my person? What if I'm not supposed to be married in this lifetime? And then I would get really, really sad. And I'm like, no, every human is meant for that love. And then we have another card that says, I'm starting to understand our connection. So somebody out there, for you all, they're thinking about you more and more. They're afraid to contact you because maybe they're scared, maybe you won't forgive them. And they're starting to really understand the connection. And oh my gosh, my throat chakra is going crazy. It's getting worse. So maybe this is how much fear that they have to speak their truth. I am so attracted to you. And that's another perk of the higher love connection, the way God made us, or the universe made us to fit into one another, just touching a hand or the skin of your soul's signature. So if you're matched to this person and you are just touching each other very gently, or you feel that, I don't know, they're just semi close to you, but not fully like holding hands, you feel this, it's like electricity all throughout your body. And you're like, oh, I gotta have this person. I just have to like submerge myself into them. That's what this type of love is. As souls, we were put into these bodies to experience that soul bond, that they call it the soul merging together. And to be in a physical body feeling that is pretty intense. Okay. Again, another week of love readings. Can we talk about career? And I'm looking at my charms and the owl is like staring at me. So we're going to pull him out. This always means a treasure or a boon is on the way. You're a wise soul. You know the bigger picture. You know why you incarnated in this lifetime. You've dreamt of this type of connection your whole life and you didn't think it existed. Well, guess what? It's 2022. The world is weird and it's the year of twin flames. And in the year of twin flames all coming together. And I read, I forget where I read it, but it was 2017 to 2019. There was this time period where the universe flicked a light switch and a lot of twin flames awakened. I awakened during that time. I had major upheaval in my life. I quit my job. I moved to a different school. And I started to meditate twice a day for 45 minutes. And I was like, what's the purpose of life? I started doing cards and I completely transformed during that time. And it was like all twin flames were being called to awaken back then to prepare us for what happened during COVID and for this great awakening so that our counterparts, our other twin, so when they awaken, we can be support for them and we can show the way. So you are somebody who's been awake for a while now, and your partner is just starting to wake up, and you need to be that wise soul for them. You need to show them the way. You need to have compassion for them. You were once on that journey too. And it was not easy to go through losing, like we all go through these, when we wake up, we tend to lose people, we lose jobs, we lose money, we lose our cars. And it's this complete, it's like a hurricane comes in and it flips everything upside down and we have to rebuild. And I know all of you listening, you've done that in your life and you're doing amazing. I've done that in my life and I'm doing amazing. So your counterpart might be going through that right now. You know, the hurricane might be symbolic of everybody going through, you know, the counterparts going through their awakening. It's the tower moment, the storm. Wow, we have the raven, which reminds me of my dad. A wise woman. Did I not just say wise with the owl? Oh, I love spirit. A wise woman, change is coming. Yep, this is total confirmation. The raven is a messenger too. Ravens can talk. It's communication. There's communication coming in. Wow. And then we have the hedgehog, acceptance, embrace who you are. So your counterpart is finally accepting their path. They're finally accepting who they are, why they're here, all the decisions they've made in their past and how it was perfect. They were meant to make those decisions so that they could find compassion for themselves, for their twin. So imagine if you are a twin, the idea is that you're the same consciousness. You think similar thoughts, you act similar, you make similar mistakes, you make choices in your life that are very aligned with each other. You're on the same wavelength. And when we are accepting ourselves and our path, guess who else we're accepting? We're loving ourselves enough so that we draw in our energetic match who's also loving themselves. And that's why it's a higher love, because you fully accept who you are and all of your past, and you're not judging yourself anymore. And you're like, oh my God, this totally makes sense why I did that stupid thing, because it taught me this. And now I'm looking at my twin in front of me, and she or he did the same thing. And I can forgive them too for doing it because we're so similar. And that's the same for all humans. We're all effing up and making bad choices all the time because of lessons. So finally accepting that, don't beat yourself up anymore. It's meant to happen to learn the lesson, but there is a time where you have to break the pattern and you wake up, you start to pay attention to your thoughts, you start to see yourself walking through life and you're like, oh my God, I behave just like that person, your counterpart. And you start to see yourself more clearly. And it's like such a beautiful mirror. Your person is your mirror. They're showing you all the beautiful parts of yourself. They're showing you all the parts of yourself that you don't want to look at. You know, all the parts where you might have messed up or made bad choices, and you've done the same thing. But how can we find forgiveness there? And how can you not hate your partner for doing that? Because essentially you're hating yourself. And that's not the mission here. I can't believe the wise woman and the raven. My dad is totally coming through in this reading, and I love ravens. I've been watching lots of YouTube videos about them. So I think that's perfect that that came out right after the owl. All right, let's get a final card for the week. I feel like the overall theme is forgiveness for your partner. Forgive yourself, forgive them, no judgment. They are afraid to contact you, but communication is coming in, because listen to my voice now. My throat is completely fine. Isn't that weird? My guides do that to me. I didn't even take a sip of anything. Ooh, electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. So you and your counterpart are going to be having fabulous ideas to create, here we go again, confirmation, fabulous ideas to create abundance in your life. You guys are going to be so connected, and your things are just going to flow. Like when you think of this eel, I think of it just floating through the water and moving, and it's going to be so easy to attract what you want. So another thing about twin flames is your energy is so connected and vibrant and meant to be. Like when we talked about when you're at a store and you're feeling this pull to come home to your partner, that pull is because the universe is saying, hey, we need you two together right now. We need you two to do some work, whether it's healing together. We need you to elevate another couple. We need you to just bring your energy together to elevate our planet and to elevate the energy on our planet. So, but when you come together like that, you're co-creating. You are creating more things for your life and for the world. So as twin flames, it said that we all have a mission together. Sometimes our mission is to raise a family. Sometimes our mission is to have a YouTube channel together. Sometimes our mission is to inspire and show the world the type of love that is possible, the type of love that is electric. Ah, I just remember I said touching the person is electric? That's this energy. That's home. That type of partnership is home, okay? And it's not lust. People mistake it sometimes for lust, but it's not. It's the energy of being in a room and feeling like you're by yourself, even though your partner's there, because you're just so calm and it's so peaceful because you're an energy match. The energy is so similar that you don't even recognize that there's somebody there. You're not trying to impress them. You're not trying to be somebody you're not, because they would be able to see right through you. They know all your little quirks. They know where you're going, what you're doing. They can just read you like a book. And they're reading, well, they can read you like a book and you can read them like a book. So we have to be very honest in these partnerships, because a lot of times our counterpart knows when we're not being honest. They are very, very wise. But it's also nice to have that wise soul with us, because they can show us the parts of ourselves that we can't see sometimes. And I just heard too, you'll have, you might have similar ailments in your body. You might have the same pain in the same area or the same issues. So if you find a solution that works for you, you're going to be able to share that stuff with your partner, and it's going to help them. I know a couple of my clients are going through that right now. They both have similar ailments, and the feminine is very in tune and tapped in with her body, and she has all these remedies and homeopathy remedies, and she's sharing them with her person, and he's a little resistant to it because he's not used to it, and he has his own beliefs about what works for his body. So he's starting to open up and be open to her guidance, because essentially they have a similar physical form. And if one works for one, it might work for the other. So that's another cool thing about twin flames, is how connected we are with our bodies, with our mind, and with our soul. It's a complete match. There are some differences though, because we have different experiences. We grew up in different homes. We had different people treating us different ways. We have different karmic lessons. So there's definitely some differences, but a lot of the time we're a huge energetic match. We are the yin yang. We are total balanced, two whole parts coming together as one. Okay, let's do one charm and then we'll end it. We have the tree of life. Your person is on your tree and they are coming to you. I always say we all are on the same tree, and I'm one branch, and I might have 3 or 4 branches on my branch. They're all my karmic partners, all the people that I had to be with before I could be with my twin, so they would help me grow and learn. And even if you're somebody out there who maybe lost your twin, maybe your twin passed away, or maybe maybe they're not choosing you in this lifetime. But I don't believe that. I believe the universe is forcing people out of partnerships to be together, because the world is so wild right now in this great awakening that we need all twins together. But if for some reason your twin's not here, the universe has another branch for you. It's going to send you a soulmate. It's going to send you somebody that's so wonderful and that's going to love you so deeply. So you're never going to be alone. Okay. And then we have the seahorse, which is one of my favorites. I have 2 seahorses on my wall. This is all about be patient, bop around for a bit. Everything is happening for you. It's happening in divine timing. All right, lovies, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for dealing with my froggy throat. And I am sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Oh, I just remembered I had a dream that my channel went viral. And I woke up and I was like, oh, I know when I teach my manifesting lessons, when it comes into the dream state, it's coming from your vortex, which is up here. Your vortex comes down and gets closer to your reality. But before it drops into your reality, sometimes it jumps into your dream space, into your subconscious, and then it drops into your reality. So if my channel goes viral soon, I will have known that the universe was giving me a heads up beforehand. And I also had a friend who his channel just went viral. He has 101,000 subscribers now. So they say when the universe is showing you other people with your type of success that you're yearning for, that's a sign that it's dropping into your reality. So it could be any day now that my channel blows up. So thank you so much for being here, for supporting me. I will see you guys in the next one. And please message me if you would like a personal reading. I would love to assist you on this journey, especially with this type of connection. Twin flame connection is not easy. It is a long journey, and we are all being called to come together. So if you need help, I got you. I've been bringing twins together for the last 3 years, and it's been so successful. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.